We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com. And of course, SidescrollersPodcast.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's happy Friday. It's Finish Strong Friday, and we're here ready to finish strong. Dump all of the news on you that we didn't get to throughout the week. If there's one person who knows about dumps, it's Blabs. Hi, Blabs.
What is wrong with you? No. He's all like, it's Friday, which means it's dumping day. And I'm like, who says that? But Craig does. And then he tries to flip the table. My, the turntables.
That's what we do here. We just
You're the
flip
dumper.
the tables. Yes, I am dumping the news on everybody today.
That's right.
I can't wait. It's going to be great.
That's right.
Yes. How are you today?
I'm good. I've been super busy because we're doing a certain thing next week. So I've been packing. There's shoes all over the place.
I mean, it's no secret. You're coming to Texas.
That's right.
That's right.
Gonna get fat and happy and hopefully not die.
I'm
Can we chase rattlesnakes?
What?
Why not? Aren't there rattlesnakes in Texas? Can we chase them?
Shags, you're in. All right. Are you gonna? Will you say something that dumb?
No, but let me just tell you, I'm super excited to be here. Chat, you're beautiful. Craig, I mean, I'm sorry about your Utah hat. Just let me know. I can get you a new one. You know where I live.
Well, I'll tell you exactly where I got it from. I got my Utah hat from a giant sporting goods store called, what was it called? It's like the big one. There's Shields.
Dicks.
Shields. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get.
All right. If that's the one, look, Blabs, every time you come in today, I want you to say that one word.
Dicks.
All right. Yeah. So I need to go back to Utah because in every single Shields they have their own, like they have a Texas one, Louisiana one, or whatever. That's where I got it from. It was the best hat ever. I loved it. It was the best hat I've ever had. It felt awesome. And like once you have a hat that you wear that fits to your head, you hold on to that hat as best you possibly can.
Dick.
Thank you, Blabs. Appreciate that. That's wonderful.
I got that hat and I got the T-shirt that I've had the T-shirt since I was 19 years old. I'm 39 now, so it's 20-year-old T-shirt. It's that one that you could see through, basically, like if you hold it up. But it's the most comfortable thing. I can't throw it away.
All right, question for you, chat. What is the oldest piece of apparel that you own? All right, and I'll tell you what. I bet Wicked Virtue has some old ass stuff.
Yes,
I do. I still have some stuff from when I was an infant. I'm just kidding. But no, I have stuff from high school that I still wear. And people are like, it fits you. I'm like, yeah.
Hey. Good for
short.
you.
I didn't
Let's
grow.
go.
I didn't grow. I stopped growing in like 5th grade.
Let me tell you something. The stuff I had from high school does not fit me anymore. I've gotten a little bigger, as they say. So,
All right,
Blabs,
it happens.
yeah, it does. It happens as you get older. Blabs, are you ready to come back?
Yeah. I mean, I can let myself in anytime I want, but
I can confirm that she probably was serious about the snakes. Blabs like snakes. I've seen videos.
Yeah, I've actually sent like Wicked Extra Girl videos of me chucking a snake.
She's like, get out of here. Get out of my house.
It's funny you mentioned that, Blabs.
So in the summertime, there's like these snakes that like the garden snakes, basically. They love to like live right in front of my front door just because like the sun hits the patio and everything, and they just love hiding there. And I'm like, no, this is kind of dangerous because like the USPS people leave stuff or whatever it is. I have nephews. I'm like, hell no. So I go and like chuck the snake. I'm like, you get out of here. You stay far. I don't
care.
Okay, all right.
And you booted me. You just
Oh my God. All right. Well, thank you for that riveting story, Blabs, and keeping all the UPS drivers safe from the garden
Yes.
snakes. That's right.
Yes, I care about other people.
Good for you. You're so
Unlike
tolerant.
Craig.
That's right. Just straight up. I take the hoe to the garden snakes. That's been well established. I have no problem slicing their head off.
Right.
All right. Well, look, we do have a great show for you guys lined up. We're going to be talking about the insane launch of Monster Hunter Wilds, the tremendous success and failure that it's had. We have popcorn bucket talk, which, my God, if we have a chance to talk about popcorn buckets, we're going to do it here on the show. I'm going to introduce a brand new segment today, Blabs, simply called Cringe of the Day, because I found it today.
And did you make a little intro?
No, I didn't, but I figured you could just say Cringe of the Day full screen, and I'll turn it into an intro. It'll be good.
We can just do that. We can just pull Phil. Those are exclusives.
What? Oh, yeah. Side scrollers exclusive. Well, it's not really exclusive. I found it on X.
Well,
whatever.
you talking about it as an exclusive.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed has once again found a way to stumble all over Japanese culture, which is great. And they have a new collector's edition that's over $200. So we'll see how well that goes. We got lots to talk about, including if we get to this, Avowed is now banning people for anti-DEI comments, which that makes a whole lot of sense. And that's not like authoritarian at all. But look, we got a lot going on, and I'm glad you guys are here. But before we get into anything, Blabs, I want you to tell everybody about some stuff we got over at sidescrollerspodcast.com for people.
Alrighty, guys. So, first of all, over at sidescrolls.com, we have lots of exclusive
Sidescrollerspodcast.com.
Podcast.com. That's right.
I don't own sidescrollers.com. I've tried.
You failed.
I'm actually gonna look for that right now. Hold on, see if I can get that.
So even if I make the mistake, the redirect still works. Yes, it's like a safety net. Anyway, if you are a supporter over on Locals and you want to be featured on this upcoming thing that I am working on called the Community Member Spotlight, where every single week we have a spotlight for a supporter where they just talk about themselves and everyone is acquainted with each other. Really fun. If you want to be a part of that, head over to locals.com. Consider being a supporter over there. We also have some exclusive videos that I've kind of been working on, like Jose Ramirez, a day in the life of Jose Ramirez. That vlog is up as of the other day. So if you want to watch that, go over to sidescrollers.com, podcast.com.
Listen, Blabs, let me tell you why we don't own sidescrollers.com.
Because it's like 10 grand, isn't it?
Let's play the Price is Right game. All right, let's play it. Shags, how much is sidescrollers.com? What's the minimum offer that they're even entertain?
Oh man, I feel like Blabs kind of gave it away there, so I'm probably not. She's probably a little high, so I'll say 6,500.
6,500. What about you, Wicked?
I'll go with 5K.
5K. Ding, ding, ding. We got a perfect answer. Wicked Virtue is correct. $5,000.
For that? Insane.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you know what the worst thing about it is, Blabs? Is the more we grow, the more successful we get, the more price is going to go up. So
that's shit.
Yeah, it is. That's the way it goes. But look, we got this next week, big week for us. Blabs and Phoenix both will be coming down to Texas. We're going to be doing the show right here, everybody, right here in the studio.
I get the dog camera.
You can have dog camera. Bowser's really excited to meet you.
I know. I'm so excited, little terrier. Ooh.
So with you coming down, Blabs, a lot of people, we've been having this conversation behind the scenes, and I wanted to open this up because Blabs has been vehemently against this idea. But Wicked, you are a friend of Blabs.
Yes.
Wouldn't you love to see Blabs in full cowboy outfit?
Yes.
Wicked.
Actually, I would love it. What do you mean? It would be adorable. I want to see it now.
Yes.
Now.
You need the boots, everything. I want all of it. The spurs, everything.
I agree.
The boots are so expensive.
A rope. If you give her a rope, maybe she'll be happy because she can pretend like it's a snake. And lasso.
I
Sorry.
better watch yourself if I have the rope.
You're
pretend like it's a snake.
You're stringing up. You can put me up and
gonna hog tie you.
Okay. Chat. What about you? Would you like to see Blabs dressed as a cowgirl?
Only if Craig dresses as a cowgirl too. Give him the pigtails.
I'll dress as a cowboy.
No, girl. We can do the opposite, gender swap. I'll be the boy, you be the girl. I'm fine with that.
So progressive.
Exactly.
It's wonderful.
Let's do it. Swap.
Well, we do have we do have some wonderful adventures planned next week. So make sure you guys tune in throughout the week, and a lot of stuff will be heading over on our website exclusively over there. So head over to sidescrollerspodcast.com and make a free account. If you want to support over there, we'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. We have a lot of announcements coming up on Monday, so make sure you guys tune in. It's going to be a big show for us. We're laying out the plan for our third year. It all lays out on March 3rd. Get it? 3-3, third year. So there you go. And we're doing 3 hours a show. So threes are wild on Monday. With that said, Blabs, we always like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. So please disappoint me.
Should I though? Because I've already been roasted before we even started for it. So whatever. Good luck, everybody. February 28th, everyone. Star Wars Dark Forces was released in 1995, which is fitting for some of the topics of today. Mega Man 8 was released in 1997, and Grand Theft Auto was released in 1998. And for some reason, Craig says it's shit, and I just don't believe him.
Okay.
Dark Forces is my childhood, by the way. If I had known that, I would have called you out, Craig. It's a good list, Blabs. Good job.
Thank you, Shags. I appreciate you. Unlike Craig.
I don't appreciate you, Blabs. I'm sorry.
Like, well,
Where's
I don't.
Malik? Where did he go?
Dick.
Some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, include the incredible Contra 3: The Alien Wars on the Super Nintendo. Oh,
That's right,
you
Shags.
downvoting that, Shags. What, are you not a big
Ass
Contra
cheeks.
3 guy?
Nope.
Why
Nope.
not? Are you just not good?
I mean, maybe that's part of it. I'll admit, but I just didn't enjoy it the way. I mean, you can't hold a candle to Contra, right? Like it was just Contra is just. If I'm gonna play a Contra game, I'm just gonna emulate it, or I'm gonna load up or not anymore. But that's what I would play. There's no way Contra 3.
Contra 3, maybe the best Contra. I mean, maybe. It's extremely hard. It's unforgiving. Also released 27 years ago in 1998, 1080 snowboarding for the N64. Some would say a classic.
So hang on, you're telling me a snowboarding game is better than Star Wars? And
I'm saying it's better than Mega Man 8.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right there.
Also released 19 years ago for the Xbox and PlayStation 2, Black, which was a really good FPS back in 2006. Also, this is a pretty damn good list of games here. FIFA Street 2 was released for the GameCube, PlayStation 2, PSP, Xbox, and DS. I don't know how well the DS version of FIFA Street 2 sold. Just going to throw it out there, but there's that. And 13 years ago, the reboot for SSX was released for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Did you guys ever play SSX back in the, I think it was original PlayStation days?
Yep.
Snowboarding game?
I don't think so. I probably I had a cousin who had like every game, and I'm sure I seen it, but didn't play it.
It was a spectacular snowboarding game back in the day. Speaking of spectacular, Carlos came in as a brand new member. Thank you very much, Carlos. Really appreciate that. Carlos Cuedo. I can't say that. Gordillo. Yeah, thank you, Carlos. Speedy Cake came in with the 20 Australian monies. Says, you got to remember, Craig, Blabs is a farm girl. She's got to get some entertainment somehow, even if it carries risk of snake bite.
Listen. If you just have a shovel or something with you when you're chasing the rattlesnake, you're fine. Just boom.
We do have snakes where I live. So
If you have like leather gloves and all that and they're not poisonous, I'll go chase them if you want.
sure. Joey says, I still have an old Star Wars shirt that's over 10 years old. 10 years. That's the going. I think 10 is like, that's child.
I actually have like a hoodie from 2009 still that I wear quite often, actually.
Yeah, I told you I mentioned this a couple weeks ago on the show. I have a shirt that I've had since I was in 7th grade. So it's probably 30 years old. Now, do I still wear it? No, but I won't throw it away simply because I've had it for 30 years at this point. So Jelani says, I have my great uncle's old bathrobe. I coveted it as a child. I raided his closet and went straight for it when he passed in 1992. I don't wear it though. That's a very odd thing, Jelani. I'm just going to throw it out there. But thanks for letting us know about your awkward obsession with bathrobes. Thanks,
Is it a
Jelani.
fuzzy robe?
can't be very fuzzy now.
I mean, if you take really good care of it and you wash it like with the correct detergent and all that, you might actually be able to preserve it just right.
Magna North says, cringe the day as random DSB clips for the 2010s. That's awesome. Speedy Cake came back with the 20 Australian. Says, speaking of snake tossing, there's a great video of an Australian in the middle of nowhere with a pair of vice grips pinching his pant legs closed because a deadly snake crawled up his leg while fixing a fence, and he yeets it. What?
Wow.
That's
impressive.
Mighty impressive. Psychotic Mongoose gifted a membership to the channel. That's spectacular. We appreciate that. Bike Short says, guys, quick, unsubscribe so that Craig can buy the domain for cheap. No, that's not how this works, Bike Short.
No.
Magna North says, Craig loves games that are old and also suck because of their rarity. The rarity of these POS games is the metrics for excellence. Hey, shut up. Contra 3 is not rare, and it doesn't suck. It's great. Shut your mouth, Magnum Norse. Ian came in with 10 gifted memberships. Hey, if you guys got a gifted membership, make sure you say
membership.
Yes, that too. Make sure you say thank you. And what do you say, Blabs?
Ooh.
Ooh, woo. Thank you, Ian. That's incredibly generous. Joey says Contra 3 is one of the best games on the SNES. Skill issue. That's kind of my thought with Shags down there. That's all right. We'll figure it out. And Wasp came in and says, day 4 of asking side scrollers to check out the upcoming game Kaiju Ryu, a dinosaur game set in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo, is just too cool.
All right, so I actually emailed myself a reminder to watch this trailer just for you, Wasp, and I watched it this morning. I have to say, I'm intrigued. I am intrigued.
Blabs, you don't look at it so that Wasp comes in on Monday. And he's like,
no, come on, he's been asking for so many days.
I know, Wasp. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much.
So yes, I'm definitely intrigued by it. I like dinosaurs. Dude, funny story about dinosaurs real fast. Okay, I was playing Jurassic World the other day, and like I was just financially like bankrupt. It was awful. I couldn't do anything. So instead of just failing the challenge, before I failed the challenge, I like let all the dinosaurs loose, removed the opening park so the people were trapped in there, and then the dinosaurs came out and killed each other, and people were running. It was great.
It's like chaos. When she plays these games, she just creates chaos and everyone dies.
Yes. We're gonna start all over again, and now we're working our way up.
That's great.
The end.
Thank you, Blabs. Rizzle Dizzle says, I have my dad's 1984 New York Mets baseball jersey. Nice. That's good stuff. And Suna Soul Silver says, if you are able to roast on JRPGs, then we have the right to roast on side scrollers games as well. Love you, Craig. This is true. You can roast me all you like. It happens every day. I'm called Rachel Maddow. But once again, Rachel Maddow can't pull this shit off. I look good. Just saying.
Rachel Maddow can be found over on our locals page because Craig made the headlines the other day.
Yep.
Go on locals. By the way, go on locals to share videos of your turtles like one of our members is currently doing. Like an actual like a tortoise. He's got a massive tortoise, and he's been showing videos.
Okay.
Shout out.
All right.
Shout out.
Turtle talk.
Carver University says the oldest piece of clothing I own is my grandfather's army jacket he wore in Vietnam. Wow, that's some good stuff right there. That's crazy. All right. Guys, thank you so much for your support. We'll get to every super chat, direct donation, and Rumble rant throughout the show. And of course, all you guys over at sidescrollerspodcast.com, your support will be read as well. We genuinely appreciate that. And that is spectacular. Our goal, as always, is 20 yellow supers so we can have Montez do his Montez slam today. Wicked, you'll be the first to choose what happens with Montez. I know you probably have no idea what Montez is, but
yeah, I picked Mortal Kombat last time. That's
right. That's right.
Yep.
You did. That's right. So we have 7 other animations to go off of. So hopefully we can get to our 20 today, and Wicked can pick our next one. But right now, it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. Okay, apparently I need to reboot myself, so I'm going to do that real fast. That's fine. I'll be right back.
I'll hit these real fast. Okay, Be a Bear for 2 says, also, you guys should add the I really don't care Margaret clip. Okay, hang on. Screenshotting that for Phoenix. Thank you very much. B-Bird also says, for the live show, Craig should suplex Blabs if they reach the Montez goal. Okay, I don't think you guys understand how short I am. Wicked can vouch for me here. I'm a tiny tot just like her, so no violence, thank you.
She probably only has like maybe half an inch on me
like
or
a
so.
hair.
She's like, yeah.
Jared, for one, says, I may not want to see Blabs in a cowgirl outfit, but it would be fun to see her attempt to play on some of the older consoles you have behind you, Craig. Interesting. No spoilers. The Grateful Gamer says, someone did a live action 1080 character select. Also, Mega Man 8 was a great fun game. He had some flaws, flawless music. Can't compare the two games. So you look at that, Craig. Your shit. My list was great.
Yeah, sure.
And then Bullet Shepherd says, I had an OG Houston Astros Astrodome ball cap, but I lost in a house fire when I was 15. I'm sorry, that sucks. Sorry about your house fire.
Probably one of the biggest fears is the house fire. I think that's
or just fire in general. Honestly, burning all.
doesn't sound very exciting. Yeah. All right, we have a new segment, and you know what? Let me see if I can find a thing really fast. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, megaphone, applause. Let's see. I need something here that.
Let's just use Phil.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you turn in. This is a side scroller exclusive.
I found my little thing that I needed. All right. So I saw this today, and you can thank Yellow Flash for this. This is both the funniest and most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Look, there's been a lot of back and forth over the last, I don't know, several years about gender and ideology and stuff. And this they, them, them is named Tempest, and she has a message for everybody.
Hi, my name is Tempest. And if you don't want me to step on your toes, move your fucking feet.
What was the smirk?
What's up with her teeth?
Yeah. She's got a rat face.
Wow, Blabs. That's
rat
really
girl. Her name is Rat Girl. She's got a pointy nose.
Don't wow, Blabs. You know she's right.
Yeah.
You see those chompers? You see those chompers?
Yeah, she's got the pointy nose, barely any chin, chompers teeth. That is a rat. Rat girl.
That is a rat.
That's really mean, Blabs.
I don't care.
Okay. That is. How many times do you think it took her to tape that, to record that?
To get that smirk just right.
I was saying she had to really nail it. So she probably had to do that thing at least like 10 times, at least.
It is the most edgelord thing I may have ever seen on the internet. This feels like it's out of 2006, like trying to replicate the Matrix. All it's needed is some Linkin Park in the background instead of this beat, you know?
I'm surprised she didn't have like a dagger or something, like some kind of like cringy dagger. Just like that would have completed it. Craig's right. Very edgelord.
Go, Shags.
I was saying I actually missed it because my internet's all borking on me right now. Can we play it one more time just so I haven't seen this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Tempest. And if you don't want me to step on your toes, move your fucking feet.
I don't even
like music.
What do you think of that, Shags, huh?
I don't even understand it. Like
he's like, what am I even looking at?
Yeah.
I feel like this is when you just look at it and the amount of body language that was put into this, the idea of like this, the lean back of like, hey, I'm awesome. That's what she's trying to say. Yeah. Hey, I'm awesome. And then she leans back and she kind of squints her eyes a little bit. I'm Tempest. The lean forward right here. Look at how edgy I am. Like if you really, oh man, you're right. She's right about those
girl.
teeth.
I know, right? Like I've never seen them that bad. Like I've seen like rat looking teeth, but that is like different.
That's
wow.
It's like the two teeth are like one. Does she even have a space between them?
Dude, Beat Rev is right, man. This always the theater kids. Always. And
you know what this is? This is an advertisement for steel-toed boots. That's immediately what I thought. She's like, if you don't want your toes crashed, it's like, well, just wear steel-toed boots and you'll be fine.
I'd be more afraid of her trying to bite me, honestly.
That's true. Rat girl. She might have rabies.
Move your effing feet. And then what? Then it's like the sheer look of satisfaction right here that she has. She's like, this is it. This is my, I've done it, everybody. The lean back, this smirk because she doesn't want to reveal her teeth. Like this is, listen, Blabs, can we just have this?
She looks like she
What is
like,
that?
I don't know. It's like
just
she like farted or something, but like she wanted to finish the videos.
She's just excited she finally nailed the take. She's like, oh, finally, after 50 tries.
This is the
Right.
one.
There it is. I nailed it. There it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna go re-dye my hair because my roots are showing.
You know, I think you're right though. You may be right, Wicked, about the fart. Here it is. As she's gonna go over. Let's see, what do we got here? I think I have another take of this. It's good, right there.
Yeah, there you go. Just add it in.
Perfect.
Well, there you go, everybody. There's cringe of the day. If you'd like to send it to me, don't. I'll find it myself because I don't want to be just lambasted by cringe stuff like that. But hey, good luck. Good luck with your takeover there, Tempest. Hopefully, it all goes well for you. I'm sure it's going to go great. Everyone's
I'm really pulling for her.
Me too.
She seems like a very polite person.
I'm sorry. Z seems like a really polite
Z's
person.
them.
That's right.
German?
Right.
Right.
Right. Oh, it's messy. I love it.
That's like a dad joke. Holy shit, Wicked.
Is Z German? God, that's awesome. Shags, have you ever dated a girl like that?
No, actually not. I've always had like my type has been fairly normal, even though it's like I tend to get the crazy ones. But never blue haired like crazy, you know. So thank God. I still have good taste.
You know, we were talking with Arch about this the other day, and what was the exact thing that he said, Blabs?
The biting and the scratching, I think it was.
He said something about he has a strong...
he likes putting his dick in crazy.
Yes, that's what he said. He said there's something about that. I was like, okay, maybe we can introduce him to Tempest over here. Maybe she can handle all the craziness.
Fix her.
She's got the craziness and the biting that he's into, which was great. So good luck, Arch, for that. Okay, we always like to have popcorn bucket talk here on the show. It's Blab's favorite segment, and we have 2 new popcorn buckets on the way. Shags, I can see your excitement just beaming through as Minecraft has unveiled their new popcorn bucket. And Wicked, are you a big popcorn bucket fan?
It depends. I don't have a bunch of them, but sometimes if it's cute, I'll get it. Like I have the Ghostbusters one. That one was cool. So not big, but if it's cool, I'll get it.
Well, we'll see how you feel about this.
I'm
Not
scared.
only does Minecraft have one, they have 2 separate. They have one popcorn bucket and then several other drinking elements here.
Please tell me it's not a Jack Black one.
No, it's not Jack Black's
Okay.
stomach. It would be funny if you opened up his stomach and you just
I know that's immediately what I went to.
But they have the pink sheep popcorn bucket.
Oh no.
Do you see what they did there? It's the bucket. That's
The bucket.
there it is. Wicked got Wicked with it right there. There it is. And then we have the Creeper drink cup, which everyone's very excited for that. And then we finally have the combo, the collective combo here, where you have some sort of drinky thing here. I don't know. Who buys this stuff? Actually, I know who buys this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I don't have any. I only have one butterbeer popcorn bucket, and that's Harry Potter, but that's the only one I have. And shout out to Mally, because Mally sent this to me at like midnight last night, and she's like, look at this! So thanks, Mally.
Mally buys it. You know what?
She would probably buy it.
I found the culprits of who buys it. There it is. There they are. The two people who buy these things, it's Mally and Blabs with their crazy eyes.
Yeah. It's actually not that bad though. Like the sheep one, I kind of think it's a bit unique in comparison to other things that we've seen previously. So I'm not really against it. But I will say this one's for Regal, so I'm curious to see if there's going to be other like cinema companies producing their own type of popcorn buckets in the next couple weeks.
Well, this one makes sense. Apparently, there's a $45 Overworld Explorer pack, which gets you a ticket to the movie.
Mhm.
And this one actually kind of works a little bit because it's just a box. You get a box of popcorn and looking like a creeper.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
that's Fandango, I think, right?
Fandango. That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure, yeah.
Yes. So that's fun and exciting. But we're not done talking popcorn.
Nope.
Because, hey, everyone loves popcorn. We have the collectible Snow White popcorn buckets here. And once again,
Oh.
Shags, I'm sure I can feel the excitement emanating off you right now as we let you know that there's the Snow White Cape popcorn bucket here.
Oh, that's so boring.
Yeah.
They could have done like the poison apple or something.
Mm-hmm.
There
Why
is
would-
more than just that one. So like I said, there's different theaters doing everything. But hey guys, if you want a blanket cape, it's like $20.
I mean, movie theaters are cold, you know?
I mean, some of them are.
They are, yeah.
130-ounce mirror bucket. You get a mirror bucket down
That just
here.
looks like from Shrek, though.
But is it
It
a
does.
mirror? Like, is it a mirror actual, like, or is it just a picture of a mirror?
I think it's a
for $20?
picture. It would be really cool though if it was lenticular and like the face slightly moved. Like that would actually be something cool. But I feel like it's just an image.
For what, 130 ounces of popcorn? Holy shit.
That is a lot of popcorn. I wonder
Wow.
how much is in a Blabs. Do a little digging right here. How much is in a large popcorn bucket? How much popcorn? Is that the average size? Is 130 ounces?
That's
I'm
crazy.
looking.
It seems like a lot of popcorn.
So yeah, apparently from Amazon where you can get all those different sizes, the 130 is the really, really big one. So there's like a 32, a 64, an 85, and 130 ounce.
Okay. Well,
That's
we also
the mega
have
sized one.
we also have another popcorn bucket. This is wow. This one's pretty neat. This is I don't know where this one's coming from, but we have one that looks like the mine carts, and it has interchangeable tops too. So AMC theaters. There you go.
Yeah, and they light up if I'm not mistaken.
How fun.
That's
See-
that's kind of. Sorry, I lose my voice. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Minecraft stuff is like honestly, I'm one of the few people who's like kind of excited to watch it, even though I don't really care for the cast. But like my kids are like really stoked to go see it. They think all the imagery looks good, but they would die to get like the creeper. They're totally going to be asking for it. I mean, that's who this is marketed to,
Of course.
is those kids,
Yeah.
right? And like the minecart, cool idea. It would be cool if they did like a block, like a dirt block or something that was a popcorn thing, and then
The minecart is for Snow White, not.
Oh, the minecart's for Snow
Minecraft.
White? Oh,
yeah,
weird.
because in the movie trailer you see like they're on like that little cart and everything, and like
Oh,
sometimes
the
happy.
dwarves.
Yeah,
the
like there's
dwarves
all
mind
this
that,
extra
yeah.
stuff. So that is for Snow White, just for clarification.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Like it's a little big and bulky, like for something that I wouldn't get it, but at least they're trying something different, like not just doing that plain stuff that was a Cinemark that did that, just the mirror one and all that. Yeah.
Well, we know that we have lightning in a bottle when it comes to popcorn bucket talk over here, and that everybody comes to our show specifically for our takes on popcorn
I like
buckets.
it. I think it's fun. This is the type of shit I really like. Collectibles. I'm like a little gremlin.
She is. She's like I feel like she's that person on eBay, like waiting like up late at night if there's something that she wants, like bidding.
Yeah, I get 40 emails a day.
Yeah, she's just like, I do actually.
I actually do. I get 40 emails every morning of categories that I have saved for Harry Potter.
Oh no, not surprised.
I don't have
That's
friends. I
much.
just get pinged from emails.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't have friends. I just get emails. God.
I'm okay with it. I love my Harry Potter collection.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
By the way, just to let you know, Blabs, I finally wrote Hagrid's. Like a
Oh,
couple
good.
weeks
Did you
ago.
have fun?
I loved it. I'm
It
not a
was
Harry
fun.
Potter person, obviously. Like I don't hate it, but I'm not into it like you. But that
Mhm.
ride was a lot of fun.
The worst part about it is waiting. That's forever and ever. But the ride itself is really fun.
It is a great ride. Can
Mm-hmm.
confirm. Also can confirm that Modest came in with the 5, says, hey, a bada bing. What's the haps, crew? What's this about Blabs going to Texas? Is she going to take a boat from Guam since these planes keep falling out of the air? Arrivederci, mi amici. Is that how you say it, Blabs?
Mi amici. He's missing some letters. There it is. But no, I don't want to be featured on Plain Talk, so everybody wish me luck.
That's rough. Yes, that would be
You'll be fine.
It'd be a very sad thing if you're featured on Plain Talk.
Plain talk.
Oh, no, there's Blabs flying off.
Yikes, bro.
Yes, once again, Blabs in Phoenix coming down next week. It's going to be a big week. Make sure you guys tune in every single day. And Paz says, I'm guessing judging by the size difference between Blabs and Craig's, he can pick her up in one hand and her luggage in the other upon arrival at the airport. Also, paw wave to Shags and Wicked Girl. There you go.
I could probably zip myself in a luggage. I'm looking at mine. One of that. I might be able to. It might hurt my back after a bit, but yeah.
I appreciate the random things that you say throughout the show. I think that's...
That was response to Super Chat.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't. That was not on my bingo card of things that Blabs was going to say today.
Well, yesterday I asked Grok to turn me into a rubber duck, and it gave me a ginger and basically turned me into Mr. Weasley. So you know.
I wonder what it would be like to be inside Blab's head for just like one day. Like what goes on in there?
It's
I'd be in a
lots of fun.
straitjacket.
It's lots of fun.
Oh my gosh. Joey, Blabs, while you read that, I know exactly what's going on in Blabs' head. Let me show it to you really quick. Go ahead. Go
Okay.
read it
Joey says, every time I see a video from one of these crazy lefties, I can't help but notice the crazy in their eyes. You can tell just by looking that they're not all there. Which is true. They're not. Hang on a second. I don't even know where this is. Oh, here we go. Wasp says, all hail our resident goddess of chaos, Blabs. Side note, that video made me realize that Chuck E. Cheese needs to put down the crack pipe. Poor rat bastard is making a fool of himself. I don't like Chuck E. Cheese. I'm just going to put it out there.
Blabs,
and Ian wants to... What?
I do a footage of what's going on in your brain. Over here.
I want you to really concentrate on me.
There's more than just banging around in my head. There's
there
actually just music a lot. There's some music.
Harry Potter theme.
No, it's I mean, yes, but like it's a lot of John Williams. Like every day I hear John Williams music. Maybe it's because I listen to it all the time. Ian Soforth says, "Are these buckets dishwasher safe?" That's an excellent question. If you get your bucket like popcorn covered in butter and shit, are they dishwasher safe? Probably not. Grateful Gamer says, from this day forward, them are fascist pronouns. They're still part of the narcissistic forced pronoun woke family, but now we'll think of them as self-important supporters of fascism and Marxism. Thank you very much, Grateful Gamer. And Harriet Tubman for 10. Wait till you see my popcorn bucket when my Tubs Out of the Hood comes out this summer. Gang, Tubs out. Thank you, Tubby.
Do you guys know Harriet Tubman is a regular viewer of Side Scrollers?
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
great.
That's a
and
flex.
DJ Yes.
Yep. Sure is.
Sure is. Shout out from Civ 7. DJ for 10 says, Blab's thought process is so wrecked. It's probably the Kimura breakfast, spam and eggs. Don't do spam, friends.
Thanks,
what is,
DJ.
What is spam? Is that like the gross stuff?
Whoa.
Yeah, canned ham.
Ew, yeah, no, ew. No.
Whoa.
Don't talk shit about spam.
Guys really like, a lot of men really like spam, so tread lightly, Blabs.
Hold on. You've never heard of spam before?
Like spam and like emails?
You've never...
Now who's got a dad joke?
Wow.
I got a bunch of spam in my email.
You've never...
Like, I've heard of it, right? But I've never really, like, it just sounds like gross fat or something like that.
Writing this down.
I'm not eating spam. There's no way in hell that you're going to make me eat spam.
Yeah.
$5. She'll try it for $5.
Nah.
It's not bad.
Wow. Spam is not, doesn't taste bad.
I kind of judge your taste though, so.
Blabs.
Go find. Well, you probably can't find anything great, but if you around here, but spam musubi is like the best thing in Hawaii that you can find. Yeah. There's a couple of Hawaiian joints around me here.
So awful.
Blabs.
Watch a video of it coming out of a can. Like watch a video of someone opening it and.
Blabs, you just gotta trust.
No.
Trust.
Do you want me to spew all over you? Because that is what's gonna happen if I try eating that.
Blabs.
Bleh.
You cut it up, you put it in a pan, you
No.
put a little sear on it.
No.
If you want gross, look up Scrapple. Scrapple is like the worst thing that you could probably put in your body. It's like any sort of meat byproduct, like condensed and smushed into a cube as well. But it's gnarly. If anyone knows what Scrapple is, 10 points for the day. It's so bad.
Blabs.
Spam.
It's not happening.
Please.
It's not happening, Craig. I'm putting my foot down on this. You will never get me to eat spam. $1,000.
$1,000.
She upped it a lot. It went from 20 to 1,000. Okay.
Yeah,
I know.
After I looked it up, hell yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, I am 16-bit says the oldest piece of clothing I still wear is a Galaga shirt I got from the Namco booth at Digital Life Expo in 2007. There you go. All right, nice. Well, when you got something you like it and you hold on to it. Magnum North says sniffing glue makes you blue, makes your hair blue. Eventually, it's science. See, and I appreciate you following the science to get us there. That's good. Worthy One says, why do they always look like that and have a smug attitude? You can tell they've never got punched before. Yes. Truth. Nathan says,
Society could be fixed with a lot of slapping and punching.
I don't disagree with you, Blabs, and spam eating. Women like this show me that the Romans were correct for being cautious about Goths. Thank you, Nathan. Darth Gavel came in and says, I can see Tempest being the blue-haired girl that read JBP's 10 Rules for Life. I don't know what JBP is. What is that? Google it, Blabs.
Do I want to?
Sure.
JPB for life.
No,
Sure.
10 Rules for Life.
Oh, Jordan Peterson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. DJ says it's shoulders and ham. And Blabs in Guam, no way she doesn't know what that is. That's right. But listen, it's not that bad.
I'm not
Marmalade.
eating spam. There's nothing you can do about it.
Spam sushi, best trailer park trash, fine dining around. There you go. Marmalin knows. That's right. All right. We'll get to every super chat along the way. We're at 12. I know I said it. We are at 12 of our goal of 20 today to get to Montez. And Wicked will be picking where Montez does the slam today, assuming we get there. So let's go and get there. Now, I'll tell you this, Blabs. Yesterday, you were upset about Shrek 5. You were mad.
I was triggered, yes.
Like, it was really upsetting to see how you just openly discriminate against Zendaya. This was you yesterday.
Zendaya.
With the trigger right here.
She's touching Shrek now. Leave it alone.
There was a lot of reaction to the Shrek trailer. Shags, did you see the Shrek trailer?
Yeah.
Any
That
thoughts?
was the most casual response. Yep.
I am I don't know. I don't see the outrage with it. I don't particularly care for Zendaya, but I know people are all upset about his character model and stuff. And yeah. For being someone who's like kind of like I've worked with like 3D modeling and texturing and stuff like that. It's a texture issue with him right now. I see like the new trailer has him like super shiny. His skin is very shiny and reflective, where that's not how it was in the original one.
And
so
his
it's
nose.
yeah, his nose is like
different.
pointy now and not as like wide. But you know, this movie's also almost 2 years away, so I don't know. I don't see the outrage that everyone else is, but you know, it is what it is.
Wicked, did you have any thoughts on the Shrek 5?
I actually forgot to watch it. I didn't watch it yet. I've seen pictures though. I forgot. I've been a busy girl.
Well, this is what he looked like back in the day, and I say 16 years ago with Shrek 4. He looked like this. And
Wow, Shrek 4 was 16.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't that make you feel old?
Yes.
And speaking of old, Shrek has gotten a little older, and so has Donkey. Donkey looks a little older. I mean, these Shrek now has a child played by Zendaya, right, Blabs?
That's right. But he's got multiple children. He's got like what, 3 or so?
Oh, I don't
Something
know.
like that. Yeah.
3 or 4 originally.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of them.
But you can see here that this is the greatest community note I've ever seen. Why does it look like he got older? He aged. And then it includes a link to the Wikipedia article about aging. The greatest community note I've ever seen, and that's why we're talking about that. So, yes, it happens to
I will
everybody.
say I don't particularly like the nose changing and like shininess. Like, there's totally a way of aging him without changing what he looked like from the past, you know, with the nose and stuff. So maybe they'll fix it by then.
Well, they changed Sonic from
Yeah,
Outrage,
true.
so maybe they'll do that with Shrek because people are so up in arms about Shrek, more so than Zendaya, of course. Blabs.
Just like fuck that bitch, you know. I'm just
Wow,
saying.
so she's so mad.
Dude, she's everywhere. Why?
It's like I'm tired of her. She needs to
Yes,
go.
I'm tired of it, Grandpa.
You're so mad, so angry. Golly, get some therapy in you for Zendaya. Jeez
Put a sword in
Louise.
hat. Therapy.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to another fairly quick hit here. What browser do you guys use on a day-to-day basis? Do you guys have a favorite browser?
Brave and Chrome.
Mhm.
Yeah, I use Brave.
I just switched to Opera actually, and I actually like it better. But I was using Brave for a long time.
Well, I use a combo platter of Brave, Chrome, and Firefox. But if you use Mozilla, which I think that's how you call it, what you say.
I thought it was always Mozilla, but I don't know. Like
Well-
Mozilla.
Well, Mozilla, they are the people in charge of Firefox.
And Thunderbird.
I need to. What's Thunderbird?
Thunderbird is the giant email server that they have, where you have all your emails compiled in one place. It's like an app on your desktop. I've been using it since I was a child, actually.
Well, you may need to rethink that because Mozilla has just changed the Firefox terms of service, and they are messy. It says if you're a privacy person, you might be time to move on. As you can see right here, you give Mozilla certain rights to permissions. You give Mozilla all rights necessary to operate Firefox, including processing data as we describe in the Firefox privacy notice, as well as acting on your behalf to help you navigate the internet. When you upload or input information through Firefox, you hereby grant us a non-exclusive, royalty-free, worldwide license to use that information to help you navigate, experience, and interact with online content as you indicate with your use of Firefox. So, hey, you upload your license, you upload a picture of yourself, you put in a password. Mozilla technically has every right to use that as they see fit. So,
Yeah, that's a no. No, thank you. I don't understand why they would think anyone would be okay with that. I mean, maybe the people that don't pay attention and don't see that, but that's these companies, man.
Shags, would you do you ever use Mozilla? You said you use Opera.
Yeah, I have it on my machine. I just haven't used it in a while.
Yeah, I have it too.
Yeah,
It doesn't work with StreamYard, so
yeah, it doesn't allow you to like broadcast like the sound or whatever
so I
through
just
it.
quit it.
Yeah. It's interesting because this seems like it's an AI, like they're trying to train their large language model or something, and then trying to the question is, what information are they really pulling? Like, are they taking their passwords and using it? Like, there's definitely something here that it seems like very broad and nefarious on the surface. And people have different levels of what they're willing to put out there, or what they want these companies to be involved with. It's hard to distinguish at this point, like what company is using what to what extent, because just about everything that we have technologically, whether it's your phone, your computer, I mean, they're all collecting your data to some level and using it to navigate you through your web experience. So it just depends on how deep it goes and what they're really using this information for. And you likely won't see a lot of the ramifications, or if there is any, for years, because people all of a sudden, hey, I uploaded this picture, and all of a sudden Mozilla's putting out a Netflix series that has to do with my, my picture I uploaded. So I don't know. I don't like that companies can just scrape so much information from people. It's just a part of our world now, and that's kind of an unfortunate thing, unless you're not using these. Unless you're not using them, but we all are.
Well, it may be time for everyone to rethink your choice of browser. Like I said, use Brave a lot, so that's been working out pretty good for me.
So I've been reading like a little bit, just real fast on the Firefox stuff because that was kind of like a blanket statement that they put out on that Twitter account. But what I was looking at is like, how long is your data kept? And they're like, oh, maybe not more than 25 months. But like, where does it go after the 25 months? Who has that data? It just doesn't disappear forever, right? Like, isn't data forever?
I mean, technically, I mean, they could delete it, but is
like,
anything
what is
really
deleting
deleted?
these days? So,
Right. Well,
yeah,
good
that's
luck with that.
a lot of word salads in this thing, and I don't really understand.
There's word salad in a terms of service. You think?
Yeah. What a surprise.
That's good. All right. Nathan came in with the $9.99. Zendaya is the biggest reason I'm not watching Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. She is clearly the most overused actress that isn't working. She's this generation's Sam Worthington. Thank you. Weasel came. I was waiting for something from Blabs. Weasel says, most people can't tell the difference between, I don't even know what those words are.
Entomology and etymology? I can't
certainly
find the
can't.
words for how much this bugs me. Hello, everybody. Okay, so he says the words bugs, so isn't that all about bugs? Both of those words are like different things about bugs, isn't it?
I'm gonna guess.
So.
Etymology is like where words come from, like their beginnings. Entomology is not that. I'm not sure. I'll be honest, I don't know. What's up, Weasel?
Entomology, the study of insects. Ha! I got one
there you
right.
go. There you go. Thanks, Weasel, for your dad joke. Orthodox Monk says Hawaiians love Spam. They have so many different flavors of Spam down there. Blab should have some Spam.
Nope.
I didn't even get through the sentence. Nope. Nope. Well, sorry there, Orthodox monks. You got rejected to half court there from Blabs. McLeod says, when is Blabs going to get a real collectible, like something from the movie? Also, Blabs can be Jesse, Craig can be Woody.
A real collectible, brother. You haven't seen my collection. Just saying.
Luffy came in and says, new segment suggestion, Girl Talk. Opening intro, the cast of Side Scroll Hers talking while flying a plane with an explosive background. Thanks, Luffy. Yeah, we are. Side Scroll Hers is, look, we're working on it. We're working on it. Mercenary Kid says, Gene Hackman didn't expire himself or his wife. All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And LCPL Anime Guy says, Wicked Virtue. Cosplay as Akagi from Azure Lane, and Arch's soul would be yours. However, I would not forgive his Oshi for what she did to Arizona at Pearl. Okay.
I'll look it up. I don't know who that is.
All right. And Wolfgang Prime says Zendaya is best known for Euphoria, right? That explains a lot. Thank you, Wolfgang. I don't know what any of that is.
Euphoria is the show. Like, was it HBO? I think it is. It's like basically like high school kids and drugs or whatever, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
Doesn't she play like a lesbian or some shit?
I don't know if she plays a lesbian or some shit, but thank you. It's good.
Play someone.
All right.
She's in it.
Speaking of some shit, let's talk about the insanity that was yesterday and the release of the Epstein files. Now, people will go, what are you talking about this? Because the reason we're talking about this is because, number one, it's a major cultural thing. And number two, it has direct ties to entertainment, which is what we talk about on a day-to-day basis, or so has been said. Now, I think everybody wants this list released because there's a lot of really, really messed up things on that list, messed up people who did some really, really messed up things to a lot of really, really young, innocent people, kids. So we got word that this was going to roll out, and rolled out at the very tail end of our show yesterday. And we were trying to figure out kind of what to make of it. And now that it's been 24 hours or so, we know that it did not exactly look very good, as the first pictures that we saw was a bunch of influencers with this book, this notebook that had Epstein files. It was like part 1 or whatever. And they're all like smiling, holding up this book. And Josiah, says this is a horrible look. We're talking about Jeffrey Epstein here with over 200 plus victims and powerful elites. And we have influencers posing for photo ops. And this is the general thought that I think I saw most across the board was release everything unredacted to the public now. First and foremost, want to get y'all's thoughts on just this initial rollout here. Shags, what were your thoughts when you were seeing this?
It's just a joke, you know, like Josiah said. I mean, this is a really, really important thing that people have been expecting. And, you know, Trump promised, you know, the administration promised this was going to be released. And now it's like, and, you know, Libs of TikTok is great. They're funny, but why does she have a copy of it? You know, like just release it. Let's look at it. Let's see what it is. Like there's a lot that needs to be done with the Epstein files. And this was just such a bad look for it. It was a big L. So it's too bad.
Wicked?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like that picture confused me. Like first off, I don't know who any of those influencers are, but using this as a chance for a photo op and not even taking it, like, if you're gonna do that, make it like a serious picture or something, not like smiling, like, look what I got. Like awful look.
Yeah.
Blabs, what were you thinking when you saw that roll out yesterday?
Oh, I agree 100% with Josiah. I think we even had commented on that one. I said this is a terrible look, and it really is. It's like, hang on, a whole bunch of influencers have these binders that the public has no idea what's inside these binders. It could literally just be like the Do Re Mi song inside the binders, but we would no idea. So you're just waving it around. It's like, what do you think the public's going to react? Like, there's no win situation here. And then, everyone just covering it up, saying, oh, we had no idea. You full of shit. Instagram influencers. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, one of the people who got the binder was Savannah Hernandez. And Savannah Hernandez says that they are, I think I've seen this girl once or twice, says political commentary, proud American, contributor to TP USA, which is that Turning Point USA?
Turning Point, yeah.
Okay. Says, I also have the Epstein files binder, but I want to correct the record. The Trump admin was originally set to announce these documents and make them available to the public in a press conference this afternoon. Bondi has stated that some of the information is already public and that the real, quote, smoking gun documents are being withheld by the FBI. This binder and this morning's meeting is part of the Trump's admin's push to bring independent journalists and media to speak directly to the highest members of the administration in an effort to be the most transparent admin in history. And she has a quick 2-minute video here kind of explaining this a little bit more. Let's go see what she had to say here.
Hey guys, this is Savannah Hernandez in front of the White House with, yes.
And I have sped it up just a little bit.
One of those Epstein file binders. Now, I want to clear something up immediately and state that nobody from the Trump admin gave us these binders and said, you guys are going to be the ones responsible for disseminating this information. They actually told us that there's going to be a press conference at any moment now, most likely this afternoon, in which all of the information in this binder is made available to the American public. Now, Pam this morning stated to us that some of the information in here is already public, and she doesn't really feel that any of this information is a smoking gun. The big story here is Pam writing a letter to Kash Patel asking him to investigate why the FBI has stopped the release of other portions of the Epstein files. So that is what is currently going on. And I wanted to come out as a journalist as well and state that, again, we are not responsible for deciding what does or does not come out. All of the information in this binder will be made public. Pam Bondi herself stated that she wants all of the Epstein files to be made public to the American people, not just to influencers or independent journalists, but that in itself has been a process. Now, one of the reasons why I have this is because the Trump admin right now is making a big push for not only transparency, but being welcoming to independent journalists who might have been looked down on, ignored, or even censored over the last 4 years. This administration is making a big push right now to allow American people to come into the Oval Office, to come into the White House and directly talk to the president, the vice president, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, RFK Jr. about what they are going to be doing for the American people. So it's really interesting to see how this administration is handling the media and allowing independent people, American citizens, to come into the Oval Office and talk directly to highest members of the administration. So I wanted to give you guys my update on this. There will be a press conference. All of this will be made public.
You're muted.
Was there a press conference? Because I didn't know if there was.
I didn't see one.
No. Well, apparently they did release everything. And one of the guys who got it was a guy named DC Drano, and he scrolled through the entire thing in a 15-minute live stream. And it comes off kind of blurry. I guess it's from the Wi-Fi and such, but you can kind of see as he's scrolling through here. It looks like there's flight logs. And,
like, this is the best they could do. like a vertical video and like just skimming through shit and no public from like the White House itself?
I think what happened was he was, from what I understand, he was in the airport and he was just live streaming this, and the signal wasn't very good, and it looked good on his end, but it was coming through blurry. So he was just gonna kind of go through
You know
this.
what I'm saying? Like that's fine. Whatever. DC Drain. Now I kind of find him to be a bit of a sellout. But like, why didn't the White House just post all this stuff? Why is an influencer posting this shit?
Right. And I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe we missed that. But this is where I think is really messed up, is when you scroll after scroll here, you see all these names blocked out, this redacted nonsense. Like,
Yeah.
that's not transparency. And I don't know what the logic behind that is. From what I understand, there's something about protecting the victims here. And if that's the case, I get that. But if at this point, don't you think we should have a name of everybody who was on that flight log and everything? I mean, it's been what, 12, 24 hours or so. Surely somebody's gone through and really narked through that thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it's like, for the victims, that makes sense. Or maybe like confidential, like, I don't know, phone numbers, addresses, something like that. But maybe they should say what it is so that we're not just going to jump to conclusions and think that it's some big names being covered up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, she did mention too that the FBI is responsible for not really rolling this out and like withholding some of the information. Savannah said that. And what I heard is it is the FBI that's sort of like pulling the reins back here. And that I'm not even surprised by, this is such a complicated thing. If I knew that this was going to be something that was either driven out in phases or widely like,
we'll never know.
We'll never know what happened to Shags. Well, one of the other things as Shags' internet figures out what's going on is also what exactly happened as far as relaying the information out there. And we saw the House Judiciary Committee do probably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen ever. When there he is, there's Shags. Just walking off. He just throws his head, but just walks off. I love it. But when the House Judiciary GOP posted a link to a Rickroll instead of the Epstein file links.
Oh, that was
inappropriate as hell.
When I first saw that, I thought, I'm like, wait, is it the official account? And I had looked at it, I was like, wow.
The post, which featured #breaking Epstein files released alongside the misleading link, was quickly flagged by community notes. But that's unheard of.
Embarrassing.
That you can be so tone deaf to that.
Yeah.
Imagine if the left had done something like that. Like, everyone would be up in arms. Really. So I think everyone should just react the same way. It's insane.
I don't. Yeah, Lance is right. This was foul. Joking about docs of child rapists. Right? That's something you just don't mess with here. Now, the response to this has been, obviously, they've been flamed, rightfully so. And Kirsha was talking about the release of this yesterday. This is only release files to certain media people. Said media people take a bunch of tasteless photos, smiling and laughing. Now, to be clear, from what I understand about this, the media that was there was not there to take pictures of them, right? They just have to be more or less caught in the crossfire, if you will, of photos.
But some of them were literally posing and going, look, the binder.
Yeah, right. I understand that. I think you should not be smiling when you're holding that folder.
No.
At all. But you don't know what was going through their head, and that's where like you have one frame of time that really makes the entire thing look bad, so
they say like a photo says 1,000 words. So
and how do you manage to burn goodwill from releasing the Epstein docs? It's actually confounding how much the right hates winning. And then George came in with just an absolute wonderful piece of art here. Says, man, we know you've been through a lot. Would you be willing to look through this security tape? It may help us identify the individuals responsible for assaulting your daughter. And then, of course, he gets rickrolled, and they get rickrolled, and the ladies over there, and of course, they represent that thing yesterday. So,
It's smart.
What a mess! What an absolute mess that was yesterday. And I just as a father of 2 daughters, that you don't joke about that. That ain't something you joke about. That was probably it's okay to call out things that even if they're quote unquote on your side when something is bullshit. And that was bullshit yesterday in every way, shape, and form. So
Do you think they're gonna talk about it and it was say they were hacked or
no, because that tweet has been deleted.
okay, so they're just not even gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. But what a bonehead move for sure. Wasp says Razorfist has a video on the Epstein files, and that was released earlier today, and he does a better job than I could explaining it. Allegedly, the FBI was intentionally hiding documents. It's a mess. Yeah, it sounds like an entire mess from top to bottom. Like Short says, time to add Shags to the wallpaper, Craig. Why would I do that? Dylan says, not just the FBI, a rogue field office in New York. Hurt says, they use the victims' abusers as content for influencers. Yeah, that's screwy. And M2M says the LOBGYN community should call out extremists. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? You guys have anything to close on that? I'm sure we're going to get more on this over the next, few days, weeks, whatever.
I think this is like a year. I mean, this is a very, very long battle that I don't think people realize. There's going to be names that come out of people who went to that island one time, and you have to realize that this more than any other situation will ruin people if people jump to conclusions too quickly. There are certainly people who are guilty as shit for what they did there, but there are also people who went to golf. You know what I mean? This is one of those things you can't really play with, and it's going to take time, man. And I know people are going to get buried, and they should, but I'm sure you're going to see some fallout of some innocent people, unfortunately. But I hope we're all even the public needs to keep their head cool on some of this. I want to see justice like everyone else.
That ain't going to happen. We all know that's the thing is being on the flight log at all is going to get you with the scarlet letter. And you're right. There is I'm sure there are people who have been to that island that had no idea that stuff was going on. Right. Mm-hmm. And they have maybe went there for a meeting. I was listening to another show, and they were talking about how there's a big difference between if I go to a hotel and I'm in the lobby, right? There's a big difference between showing up on the outside, then going in the lobby, and then going up to the penthouse, and then going from the penthouse into the bedroom, right? Those are 4 very different things. But with that said, in a situation like this, everybody should be investigated 100%. And we should find out who was, the one person, okay, right? The guy who's been there 20 times, right, 15 times, that's where you're like, yo, let's start there and work our way back. Mm-hmm. But you're right. There's going to be there are very rich, very powerful people that are they're going to find a way out of this, whether through money or someone accidentally dying or whatever, it's interesting. And I think everybody should be covering their drinks and making sure their food is taken care of before they take any bites or drinks anytime soon. So it's some scary stuff. So, yeah. But chat, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Almond John says, at this point, I'm going to treat the release of the Epstein files like Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, and I think that's the other thing about this is they also said, the JFK files and the Martin Luther King stuff, all that stuff is supposed to be released. And this actually, I think it taints the idea of releasing all that stuff, because I know I personally am very excited to learn the truth about JFK. But when you see something like this released and you're like, in the way it was fumbled, it's like, oh, okay. So we're probably never going to find out.
All right, tinfoil moment hat question here.
Yes.
For all the relatives of like all the Kennedys and even like part of the Schwarzenegger crew, do you think they actually know the truth and they have to like sign NDAs that they can never speak about it?
No.
You think they don't know anything?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No. I don't think that the Kennedys do. No. But I think there are people that are probably dead.
That knew at
that
one
knew.
point, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I bet it's like I bet that the real truth died with somebody when it comes to JFK, you know. But I do think that, you know, like there's, man, we can go down the JFK rabbit hole because as
Conspiracy theories.
as someone from Dallas, man, like that's all you hear about growing up is JFK. And then when you go down to Dallas, you go past the 6th Floor Museum and you see there's literally an X on the ground where he was shot. It's like a giant sore thumb. And people are like, oh, you're from Dallas. Oh, is that where JFK got shot? You know, it's one of those. It's crazy how often I hear that. So, Anime Guy came back, says New York and many rogue traitor agents have been rejecting Trump's and his cabinet's orders. Wouldn't be surprised they're destroying the stuff because FBI is bull. Yes. And Sturgeon came in with the 10. Says, for Montez. Oh, we're closing in, guys. Let's get there. Thank you very much. It says, and keep in mind, those traitors are DEI agents. Thank you. Thank you, Anime Guy. Jose Ataku came in and says, to the one super chat earlier, Blabs has a channel where she shows off her Harry Potter collection. It's a great, fun channel. Give it a watch. Thank you, Jose.
Thank you.
The French Deist says, what's so effed up? Mozilla recently attacked Chrome for changing their privacy terms and services. I feel so betrayed because I switched from Chrome because of Google changing their privacy on Chrome. Make America Deist again. Deist? D-E-I-S-T. What does that mean? I don't know what that word means.
DEI and an ST, like remove it, I guess.
I don't know. Thank you, French Deist. Sorry, I butchered that. Commodore fan says, y'all need to check out the Lunduke Journal or Switch to Linux YouTube channels for deeper dives on Firefox. They just did videos on it. They're both Linux guys, very privacy-based channels, and not all versions of Firefox are affected by this. Thank you, Commodore fan. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go move on. We are flying through. You know, I got a discussion for you guys. This is interesting. But before we get to that, we have this little breaking news. One last quick hit here before we get into this discussion. Do you see Skype is being shut down today after 22 years?
Really?
Yeah,
Well, it's not today, and it closes in May.
Well, yes, but they announced it's being
Yes.
shut down. Skype of all things. I think
Rip.
everybody spent a lot of time on Skype. This was,
Yeah.
you know, you go back 22 years. This is a product that was released in 2003, and it was groundbreaking when it came out. But now, you know, like we're doing exactly what you'd want to do on Skype, just here with StreamYard, and better, actually. So, yeah, it's crazy to see. So, did you guys ever use Skype growing up?
All the time. But then it got shit in the last like 10 years, and I've never used it since, really.
Microsoft's MSN Messenger was rebranded to Windows Live until the Seattle-based company purchased Skype in 2011 for $8.5 billion. Wow.
I don't think they recuperated.
No. And in 14 years, it's DED dead. Wow.
Basically, so when Microsoft bought it, it turned to shit.
I mean, possibly, or just aged out. You know, that's the thing about when you have a software as a service. We talked about this yesterday. You gotta constantly be updating. You got to be ahead of the curve. And Skype had every opportunity to not allow for StreamYard to creep their little face in, you know, and they did. So, Wiki, you got any rest in peace moments for Skype?
I'm honestly surprised, but I mean, there's a lot of alternatives besides this. You can do video chats and all that on like Discord. So yeah, I guess Microsoft ruined it, and that stinks for them.
Well, also there was the international plans that you could actually use it as a phone, right? And call other people. Because my mom has relatives like from all over the world at this point. So she would actually have a plan with Skype and pay to call her older relatives. and it was shit. Like it just didn't work. So she eventually ended up canceling it, and now it doesn't even matter anymore. Because like you can just use the phone for free, right? Messenger's free. You can just call your friends from across the world and just call them. So why would you pay for a service if it doesn't even work well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Corona Soul says, "Oh, you're from Dallas? Is that where they shot JR?" Yes, that's where JR was shot on the TV show Dallas in the 80s, which is a very dated reference, but Corona Soul, I appreciate it nonetheless. Danger Zone says, "Jet Force Gemini is underrated game, losers." Thanks. I don't think it's underrated. I think it's pretty good. So there's that. Lord Slosh came in and says, "Put it this way. Lee Harvey didn't even know who shot JFK." Appreciate that. And Luffy came back and says, "With Zendaya being cast and everything, who else do you hate? Pedro Pascal, John Cena, Aquafina, Florence Pugh, Timothy Chalamet, Sydney Sweeney. Who else do you hate, Blabs?"
I don't hate Florence Pugh. I don't really hate Timothy Chalamet or Sydney Sweeney. Pedro Pascal is a piece of shit, in my opinion, so I don't really like him. I don't really like John Cena either. Awkwafina's kind of annoying. I don't really mind her, though. Like, she's just kind of there. So, yeah.
She just exists.
Yeah, she's not a good actress though. Awkwafina.
No, she's not very good, no. She kind of plays the same role in every movie. Kind of like Zendaya.
Yeah. Timothy is, I think he's going to be with his speech at the SAG Awards. That really kind of turned me around. I mean, I didn't really have anything bad to say about him, but when he kind of got up there and is like, you know, I want to be great. Like that's why I'm here. I'm here to take roles and get into them, and I want to be great like Daniel Day-Lewis and whatever, you know, all the people he mentioned. Like it kind of takes balls to do that. I think to get on stage like that, and he nailed it. And I'm like, you know, respect. You want to do that? You want to get into your roles, do it. Like pick the good roles. Don't just grab everything that comes down the line. So respect to him, man.
Skip just came in and says, "Oh no, Shags got Clintoned." That's right. I saw you walking out of your room a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. By the way, Shags, are you public about what you're going through with your diet right now? Have you told everybody what's going on?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not hiding anything. Yeah.
Are you on a 3-day fast right now? Is that what's going on?
No, I'm not on a 3-day fast. I intermittently fast. So I have my dinner and then it's like a 14-hour fast. And then I generally have my last meal around 7. And then I'm limited to about 2,000 calories during the day because I'm trying to cut weight. Just been getting out of hand. And I'm probably going to slowly move into more carnivore as I get like used to everything. But yeah, right now I just sort of eat normally, higher protein, higher fiber, and just trying to keep my good habits in order because I have a really bad problem with like processed sugars. Once I start having them, I'm like reaching for a candy bar, my kid's cereal, whatever it is. It's so bad. So this really, and that stuff is just like calories and calories and calories. So I'm trying really hard to just conscious of eating a couple eggs in the morning with a piece of toast. Lunch is like I have like barbecue pulled pork that I made with a half cup of rice, some broccoli, and then dinner will be some like chicken or something like that. So
cool
stuff.
Well, good for you. Good for you. You're fighting through. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, a little discussion here. By the way, we are at 18 yellows on our way to 20. Let's go and get there and get Montez so Wicked can pick out where Montez does the suplex today or the slam. But I saw this and I wanted to present this to you guys first, and then I wanted to open it up a discussion about this. We've talked about virtual reality and like virtual reality for me and the whole headset thing. It's way too clunky, right? But I do appreciate that when it comes to VR, it can take you places virtually that you've never been before. Like I've done tours of Pompeii with a virtual reality headset on, right? To where you can like look around and see what's going on. And you kind of feel like you're there, right? Which leads us to this. This is a VR setup that lets you relive playing video games in the 90s through VR. And I wanted to play this. I'm going to have to cut the music here in a little bit because the Ninja Turtles theme song goes on. But let's go and watch this. Then I want to kind of talk about this. And you can hear the music. Obviously, it's VR, so it's got the, you know, in your left and right ears. If something happening on your left, it's pretty good. Okay, so that's the Ninja Turtles theme, and it's very loud. Sorry. I'm going to pull that here, and the Ninja Turtles theme plays. They're going to watch this on VHS here. Okay, so I wanted to.
I really like the Legos.
Well, I like a lot that's going on here.
It's very
Yeah, me
impressive.
too.
It's pretty cool. Now they start up the arcade game with Street Fighter 2 on it, and the guy pops in some quarters and he starts playing. But you can see the entire setup here. It has all sorts of things going on, which I think it's cool on the surface. First, I would love to get y'all's thoughts on just the idea of this like 90s virtual reality setup that you can kind of go back and play games in VR, play games inside of a game, I guess. Shags, you got any thoughts on this? Or
No, let Shags go first. It's okay.
No, ladies first, please.
Okay. I think it's cool. Like you can actually play the game in there, right? Like it's not just like you're looking at. That's cool. I don't know how like the controls will work. It might be a little wonky, but I like the idea. I would love to eventually have like I want that for myself, like a 90s room that has all the old school games set up. That's like my dream chill room. So I would be interested in giving that a shot. Is it out now or they're still working on it?
I think this is just something that somebody made.
Okay. So it's not like, okay, I thought that it was a real VR game. That's cool. And someone made that. That's impressive, actually.
Yeah.
The room looked cool. A lot of nostalgia in there. I like
Shags?
it.
Yeah, allow me to be the cynical bastard here. I would say just go get yourself a VHS player, and you can get those retro consoles that have been remade, or I don't know. I think it's definitely cool looking. Like there's definitely I look at that and I can like smell my old like bedroom. But yeah, I don't know. Like I actually use a VHS player with my kids. We started buying all the physical copies again of Disney movies and stuff like that. And my kids are blown away that it even exists. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of biased because I have really, in a lot of ways, removed myself from the digital world. Spend a lot less time in like on my computer. So.
I wouldn't say that's like a cynical take because I would love to have a room like this, like in real life.
Yeah.
That would be way better. But this is cool for like people that didn't get to live during this time at all, and they're just kind of check it out.
That's true.
So, Blabs, do you have any thoughts on this before I give you my
it's
thought?
not really for me, but I will say I really appreciate the attention to detail and how long this must have taken. All the different layers and ways you can see things. Like, wow, that's very impressive. I'm just not a really big fan of VR as a general, just because I find it a little bit dangerous that you can just be walking around and bump into stuff in real life. So unless it's like those things in like that movie, I forget what it's called, like Ready Player One or whatever, where like you're strapped in, you can't really move anywhere. Then
that would
I'm
be
kind of like, okay, yeah, like, I like the movie. Like if you're strapped in, you can't really walk anywhere. You need like a circle. But yeah.
So allow me to kind of be the extra cynical guy here. I think nostalgia is amazing, but it's also a very dangerous drug. I think something like it's okay to look back on your childhood and talk about how great it was. I think it's also very dangerous to want to live in your childhood. Because if you're in VR and you are, let's say somebody was to recreate their bedroom from as a kid, right? You're not making new memories. You're just trying to relive old memories. And I think that's really, really dangerous. And I think that makes you not a very balanced person in a situation like this. That's my first thought was, wow, that's really cool. And I think it is actually extremely cool, but it needs to be a novelty. It needs to be a novelty that is only used occasionally, as opposed to something that, you go in and it is Ready Player One. And it's, look at this cool thing that I'm doing in my spare time all the time, constantly, and I'm neglecting my kids or thinking about whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. Is that too old man of me?
No, I agree with that. That's fair. In small doses, but like just living in the past constantly is not a good way to be. You gotta move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. But it's easier to understand that as someone with a family and kids. I think like life progresses forward, and keeping yourself in the past is just toxic. I hate saying that, but like it's toxic to your mind. You don't evolve past that point a lot of times, or it becomes difficult to. So I think, oh, back in that day, it's like, well, it's not that day. It's never going to be that day. You got to keep moving forward. Technology is advanced. Now you got to find out how to balance that with, life now.
Right.
So,
Bless Bo says, not everyone grew up in the 90s, though. It was 30 years ago. And you're right?
Yeah.
But what in this room can't be replicated? Everything in this room can be replicated in real life, right? Whether it's the setup here, all the consoles can be purchased, the wall, all this stuff. This is it's everything can be replicated. And yes, I think that if I was to show this to my kid and put them in here, I think they would have a blast with it, right? They would love everything about this. But I think that if you're an adult and you want to replicate your childhood, that can be tough, I guess. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, there's also the argument could be made that recreating this in real life is far more fruitful, because pushing these buttons and the Be Kind Rewind thing, rewinding your tapes and going through all the care of these systems and buying them and finding them. Again, this is such an old man take, right? It's these things become real prized possessions because they're things that are rare and you can get them for just as expensive as they were back in the day. These still like $200 to get a Nintendo system, or whatever. So there's a lot to be had for delayed gratification, not just being able to hop into something like, oh, look at this. It's, because it's not that. It looks like that, but it's not really.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's and it's yours. With that, someone could take that away and it's gone. But if you're really into that and you really want to recreate something and be able to escape to the 90s, go buy it, because it'll be cool.
That's probably what Dan Vask's room looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's good. Well, I just find that really interesting. And I don't want to go crazy old man or cynical on you, right, by any means, but I do think it's dangerous to kind of constantly be looking back at the past. I think it's important to continue to move forward with things, because you're going to be, let's say in 20 or 30 years from now, you have the opportunity to look back on your life right now and recreate, this office or Blabs's room or whatever, right? Just the idea of going back and missing, you'd miss out because you were in this virtual space instead of this virtual space. But whatever. I just saw that and thought it was really interesting. You know what is also interesting is Ian came in, says this is VR equipment dishwasher safe.
Yes, absolutely.
And Mystery says one more for Montez. That's right. We have hit the Montez goal.
Yay.
Hooray. Awesome, guys. Thank you very much for your support today. That is spectacular. Wicked, you get to pick the Montez animation today. We have 8 to choose from. We just announced 3 new ones this week. And I'm just going to give you the quick list. Maybe we should probably make a graphic for this, so I don't have to read them off every time. Plus, jot that down, a Montez graphic. Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, The Moon, Dustborn, Super Mario, Duck Hunt, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, or Tetris.
Mike Tyson.
Bitch! Montez!
TKO, bitch.
There you go. That's good stuff. All right, thank you guys very much. Well, I just put a new goal in. We'll do 15 fives. If we can hit that, then cool. It should make it a little bit easier. Appreciate y'all's support today. Genuinely allow us to do this on a day-to-day basis. Ian came in with a €25 money. Says the Victorians consider nostalgia to be a branch of mental illness. True story. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Ian. It's also sad. Commodore fan came in with a 3. Says the Star Trek TNG holodeck episodes of people being addicted to it and ruining their lives, and sometimes those around them comes to mind with this retro VR setup. Thank you, Commodore. DEIism or deism says deism is an enlightenment philosophy on religion, which primarily focuses on personal liberty, individualism, and reason. We essentially have the creator created the universe and left it up to us to decide what to do. Look up the Age of Reason. Thank you very much for the quick clarification there. All right. Here we go. Well, this is always awesome. I love comments. Comments. Where was I? Just saw it. Where are you? There we go. Wanted to hit this. This is great. Where is it? Where are you? Empty right there's. Craig is always looking to progress and move forward, but the fact is, OG side scrollers was and is better. Okay, well then you don't need to watch on a day-to-day basis. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Or you can just hang out because that's what we do on a day-to-day basis. All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about our lead today, and that is the launch of just the insane launch of Monster Hunter Wilds. First and foremost, have you guys played Monster Hunter at all?
Oh yeah, not the new one, but
No.
World I did.
What were your thoughts of World?
I liked it. It took a lot of getting used to for me because back when I was playing it or attempting to play it, I was a lot more like I would just give up on games. And then I went back to it after I started getting into Dark Souls and like having more patience with everything and enjoyed it a lot more. And I just haven't got it. I didn't play the beta or anything because I was just busy with other things and lifestyle changes. But when I get, I don't know, if it goes on sale, I'll probably pick it up just because that's where I'm at in my life. But I will play it eventually. It looks great.
I played Monster Hunter several years ago, and it was fun. It's very, I described it to Blabs as questy, I guess. You're just kind of running around, and it was fine. It wasn't my type of game that I'd want to devote 100 hours into or whatever, right? But I know a lot of people do. As a matter of fact, millions of people do. As I don't know if you guys saw, but it had 1.3 million people playing it just a few hours ago. And, currently there's 865,000 people playing this game. This game has been a massive launch, #1 bestseller on Steam right now. It is huge. This is a phenomenon, really, right? And this is a Capcom game, which Capcom is a Japanese company. And I think it is important to point out the idea that this is another Japanese company or Asian company or Eastern company or whatever that is releasing a game to massive success where Western companies are floundering right now. You saw the launch of Avowed, and no matter how they want to spend that, Avowed will never come close to 865,000 people playing it. I think it capped out at like 17,000. So this is just another example of the Western versus Eastern philosophy of game development, and a big win, I think, for Capcom in this situation with Monster Hunter Wilds. Huge. What's also interesting is there have been, when you're dealing with running around and, monsters and stuff, I have seen people talk about, the Venn diagram of games, the crossover of like Pokemon or Pow World. What's interesting about this was Pow World, the developer Pocket Pair, actually gave their employees a special holiday for the release of Monster Hunter Wilds, which so they could just like play the game. They have a non-working day at its offices where you can just come in and play. They just conveniently lined up with this. And I think that is a really interesting thought. First, Wicked, do you have any thoughts on Pow World saying, hey, we know this game everybody's looking forward to is coming out. We're just going to give you the day off.
I mean, that's kind of, as someone who likes to play games, that's cool. Like, give me a day off to play a game. And they're developers, so it makes sense. I think that's I don't have a problem with it.
I
That'd be
actually
cool.
think this is amazing because if you think about it, Japan's like work ethics are basically work until you die, right? Like these people are exhausted all the time. So trying to entice them to taking days off and be like, no, don't come in today. It's a bit of a help with their culture, right? Saying no, relax, take a day off, have some mental health, chill.
Yeah.
So I think this is great.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
I think it's incredibly smart
Mm-hmm.
because they know everyone's going to be playing it anyways. And on top of that, you're letting your entire team play more or less a competitor of yours, and you have to know what's going on in the market around you. And chances are they'll probably be inspired by it for future updates in Pal World. I think it's like I see them as just thinking of it as an investment into their game by letting their developers play, a really popular game right now on the clock. I think that makes a lot of sense. Shags, you got any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I share the sentiment. I think it's smart. I mean, if no other reason, from an internal standpoint, like you just, you're saying, hey, I see your humanity too. Like we all need a day off. We all need to enjoy games. Like go do it. And like I think that also helps people when you do stuff like that. Like you'll never see that obviously in like a normal 9 to 5, but in that industry on big releases like this, it does help. It does inspire people, like you said, to look at a game in a different way. Like, oh, hey, what could I take from this game and maybe implement a system in what we're doing or in future games? It does help people decompress and think in different ways. So, props to them for doing it. It's really cool.
Well, the game has launched and it's been a huge success, but not everybody is happy with what's going on with Monster Hunter Wilds, as the reviews right now are currently mixed over on Steam. You can see if you just a quick scroll down of the thumbs up versus thumbs down, lots of thumbs down. And a lot of it has to do with frame rate and performance and PC optimization. That's the big thing you see all over here. It says, the game is absolutely amazing, but it has the worst optimization I've ever seen. So, I'm sure that'll be corrected pretty quickly, I would imagine, if they haven't made a statement about that yet. Blabs, can you see if there's a statement about this from Capcom?
Yep.
About that? I appreciate that. But yes, a lot of this game is absolutely amazing, but there's always the but attached to this. Capcom, please auto-collect the bug reports you spent over 5 minutes generating. I beg thy, manually emailing off bug reports. So this guy, it's funny, went through and put it in there. Welcome to gaming in 2025. Horrendous performance for, quote, realistic graphics. Like, damn, I may own a powerhouse of a PC, but I prefer FPS over visual fidelity. And this is horrendous.
I don't see anything so far. Not even on their Twitter.
My grandma runs better than this game.
There was one comment that was like, I really love like the PC blowing hot air on me because it's like running so much.
Right. My air fryer is more optimized than this. That's hilarious. The game runs like absolute garbage. So, the one thing about that is that can be corrected and will be corrected. If they don't correct it by the weekend, then they're going to get flamed even worse than the fans are. Because the player count is going to go up. They always release these games on a Thursday with the idea of having that first little runway of a couple days, and then guess what? More people are going to pick it up over the weekend, and I could see this, this number going higher for sure over the weekend. So, do you guys have any plans on picking up the latest Monster Hunter?
Not quite yet. I just have so many I have other games that I'm playing and I don't have enough time to play them. So I'll wait till I can beat a couple, but I will play this.
And considering it's poorly optimized, like I don't have like the highest gaming PC right now either. So like it wouldn't do very well. Like I had to wait for a while to be able to play Path of Exile 2 while streaming because like Path of Exile would just crash all my streams. And then they put a patch out that fixed it for me because I guess my PC is just not optimized for it. But I'm not going to get something that's going to be even worse.
I think that makes sense. It's like when Crysis, remember when Crysis was released like 15 years ago, and it was like, look at the visual graphics, and nobody could run it.
This will be a console game for me anyway. I'll probably put it on my PS5 just because, these games are always optimized for consoles just because it's easier to do that with their hardware. Yep. And it'll look just as good. Like I love my PC, but I'm not like one of those people like, oh my God, if it's not a PC, I'm out of here. Console's fine for this.
Right. Well, you can see once again, the reviews for this with 24,000 reviews has 42% right now. That's yikes, a little yikes right there. But there are 865,000. That's a major metropolitan city playing this game.
Yeah.
865,000 people playing it.
Yeah.
And that's just on Steam.
Just on Steam. Correct. Yikes. But good for Capcom. I remember back in the day when 1 million games sold was good. I was talking to somebody about this actually the other day, that in the 90s, if you sold 1 million copies of a game, you'd get a collector's edition or like some sort of re-release for, Nintendo did that. This game was a 1 million seller. And now when a game sells 1 million and it's a AAA game, it's a massive failure, right? You have to sell 3, 4, 5 million copies of a game because these budgets are so stupid. So just kind of how times have changed.
Yep.
So any closing thoughts on Monster Hunter Wilds insane release?
Fix your optimization. The end.
Yeah.
I promise they're going to do that, Blabs. I promise.
Yeah. Update your graphics drivers, losers. I'm just kidding.
Idiots. All right.
I'm the problem.
All right. Okay. Quick reminder. Coming up on Monday, we are going to be unveiling our entire slew of plans for year 3. That is Monday. Blabs will be in Texas with us. Phoenix will be in Texas with us. Both will be sitting right next to me.
Craig will be in
person.
Texas with us.
No, I'm gonna go to Guam. I'm leaving. I'm out. So make sure you guys show up as well. Not to Texas, but to the show. So make sure you guys, we're going to be unveiling all sorts of stuff. We have a new live show we're working on. We got an edited show we're working on. Actually, we have a couple live shows that we're working on, which can't wait to share with you guys. And we're going to be doing all sorts of fun things next week. We have a full content schedule lined up that we can't wait to share with and shoot with you guys. So with that said, we got some super chats we got to hit, including Dave says, in addition to feeding Blabs some tasty spam, she needs to experience some street tacos from Fuel City, just south of Yule's. Yes, that's right. Of Lou Sterrett, the jail in Dallas. Yeah. I can take her.
Is it actually good?
I've never been.
I don't want to
Fuel
eat
City.
mush.
I've never been to Fuel City before. But I can take you to 1 million taquerias. So you can have some sweet Mexican food.
Can I have like avocados?
Avocados are a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of avocados.
It's an avocado. 10.
GME64 says Montez idea Mega Man's final smash from Smash Brothers Ultimate plus 8-bit Mega Man dancing on the victory results. By the way, Craig, you look like a respectable dude in those glasses. See, I look respectable, Blabs.
Right.
Could be like that.
A dick.
You look like Rachel Maddow's gay brother.
Got to be gay, huh?
Yeah. They're twins, so yeah.
Are you implying that Rachel Maddow's gay?
Absolutely.
Okay. Right, once again, Rachel Maddow. Can't do this. All right. Horses Are Fake came in, says, check out the game Venture to the Vile. All right. Horses Are Fake. Good luck with your fake horses. Robot Doos says frame rates suck on PlayStation 5 and Series X2. Sorry to burst your bubble about console optimization. Ooh. You can see the pain in Shags' face right there. Oh. Modest says, hey, a bada bing. What the hell? If I had that many consoles and CRT TVs back in the 90s, I would have loaded up on all of the cannoli and raviolis I could eat. You know what I'm saying? Capiche? Hey, Modest, I appreciate you speaking Guam. That's good. All right. Hertz says, if Brock can suplex Ray, Craig can suplex Blabs. I'm not going to be suplexing Blabs, I promise.
Sounds like an HR problem.
That's a big HR issue. Jared says, I have a gray shirt that I've had since high school. It still fits to this very day and comfortable to wear. What's up, Wicked? How far are you in Red Dead Redemption?
I'm probably almost halfway through my second playthrough, so about there.
Nice.
Mercenary says Firefox got rid of their conservative founder. And
Oh.
Boz came in, says if you ever need to deal with lunatic lefties, just get Blabs high on LSD. Give her a pair of scissors and tell her it's a Harry Potter wand, and the lefties are the forces of Voldemort.
No, don't get violent, people.
It's pretty spectacular. Mercenary says, I agree, Blabs. All spam is evil. Get rid of it. Bear in mind says, Craig, Euphoria is like the 90s movie Kids.
Never seen that.
Oh man, it's
Don't recommend it, or
I mean, it's a movie that I think people should watch, but like, don't go into it thinking it's a feel good like movie. It's pretty depressing,
Okay.
much like Requiem for a Dream. Like, you
Okay.
should watch it, but be warned.
Jorge says, breaking news, Skype to shut down May 5th. Thank you, Jorge. Mercenary says the list was a trap to see who was sabotaging it. CS Warriors, the photo op wasn't meant to happen. The influencers in question did not know what was going it was going to happen. Best thing just to get on Bondi for misleading everything. Grateful Gamer says, Craig, if you got a kid who will be a teen soon, watch Euphoria. Don't get behind in the times. Like kids, it shows what teens are really doing today. Thank you, Grateful Gamer. Bush and Rio Cat says, needed that AI Asian girl on your bed as a tutor. Oh yeah, the one from yesterday. Yeah. Luigi Ed says, have nothing to say, just want to support. Let's go, Luigi Ed. Thank you very much for that support. Weasel says, coming soon, Pal Seeker Unsettled Areas. Thank you, Weasel. Bentley came in with the 10, says, Craig is going to welcome Blabs with open spam.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Rio Cat says, Montez or Leroy Jenkins. By the way, Leroy Jenkins, I showed that to my daughter, my older daughter, and she thought it was freaking hilarious.
Nice.
So it still holds up today. Robot Dews says, that was for Wild specifically. It is poorly optimized in both PC and console. That's all. I'm not trying to flame console in general. And Luigi S says, bad optimization, high prices, lack of ownership. That's why you go with Jack Sparrow to get these new AAA games or emulation. Visit the high seas there. Quick side note, Blabs, you pointed this one out before we went live, and let's see, it's the Nintendo story. Which did you move it? I think you did.
Moved it to Monday already. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Well, the long and short of it is Nintendo Switch Online. You know, people have that service. I have that service. Apparently, in Japan, they're gonna release. They're going to take one of the games off the service, Super Soccer, which is a game I played growing up. But they are removing the Super Soccer game from Japan, which once again goes back to the idea that you don't actually own anything, right? They can remove it whenever they deem fit. So, bummer for all you Japanese who love playing Super Soccer, the 1991 Super Nintendo game. So, I'm sure there's 6 of you out there.
Nice little handful.
That's right. All right. Shags and Wicked, their information is down below. But before we say au revoir for the week, Shags, tell everybody what you do over on your channel.
I talk shit. That's what I do all day, not all day, every day. Every Wednesday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, I host a show called The Midweek Hump with some of my friends. We just talk about all different things. We've actually been getting into more serious topics recently and kind of talking about them at length. But a lot of times we just like to kind of bounce around, kind of like the guys in the garage passing around some beer. Like that's what we do. I like to weigh in on issues in the gaming space, in the cultural space, from a much different perspective than a lot of people do. So if you enjoy some mild takes in general, I like to be the Switzerland, if you will. I know that's not always the best thing, but like I said, I take a different approach than many do and offer a unique perspective. So, and I like being here. I love being on Side Scrolls with you guys. Appreciate the invite once again. And great seeing you again, Wicked.
You
For
too.
sure. Wicked, what do you do?
I play games a lot, and I also have a podcast every Saturday with Extra Girl in This Brew, where we talk pop culture and we just kind of go off and it's like friends hanging out, pretty much. Just
It
a
looks
lot of
like
chatting.
it's been growing. It looks like, Saucy Saturdays. Looks like it's been growing great.
Yeah, it's been fun, and Blabs is on there sometimes. She was just on there last week, stepped in for me. So
Yeah, I was actually Wicked Virtue. I
She
changed
was.
my avatar. I went off camera. I changed my name. And I introed everybody. I was like, "Hi, this is Wicked Virtue, and you're watching Saucy Saturdays."
she turned it into a Disney intro, like it's saucy. She had the wand and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Excellent.
that's what I do.
All right, you guys can check out their channels down below. Do us a favor. Once again, Monday's a big day for us. Make sure you're here. Show up with your bells on, ready to jump around and be excited for what we have going on. We're going to need your help. Appreciate y'all's support today with getting to Montez, which was great. And go check out everybody's channel. Hey, get outside, go touch some grass this weekend. We got a lot of stuff going on, and be prepared have your face melted on Monday. Maybe not face melted, but at least be ready to listen. Blabs, have a good weekend. I'll see you on Saturday on Sunday.
I'm being kidnapped.
No, kidnapping is implying that I'm doing it forcefully.
Eat spam, Blabs. Eat spam.
Eat spam.
Got some spam for you. It's gonna be great.
No, I don't want
Hey,
any.
if everybody tweet at Blabs and just let her know how important it is for her to try things for content. That'd be great.
Not if I have to die for it. By the way, over
It's
on Rumble.
meat.
It's not meat. Frost Lord for one says, new Montez idea. Have her get Wombo comboed in Super Smash Brothers. I will write that down for you, Frost Lord. Thank you.
I appreciate the Wombo combo idea. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Get outside, touch some grass. We'll see you guys Monday when we're right here, everybody, in this little studio extra bedroom. You guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got to go get it. See you guys later. Bye-bye.